And good evening, I'm Leslie Foster. Those stories are just a few minutes away, but as we come on the air, more than 1,000 people are facing charges connected to January 6th, and tonight that number has grown by one. The former president of the United States was arrested, charged, and arraigned in federal court downtown. It is Donald Trump's third arrest since leaving office. He faces 4 felony charges connected to that awful day that changed the landscape of our city for months, and a scheme to overturn the 2020 election results and remain in power. He told the judge he's not guilty. From touchdown to takeoff, Trump was in D.C. less than 3 hours. Tonight, the News at 11 team is ready to walk you through what happened and what comes next. Evan Kosloff will verify if this trial could be moved somewhere else. Nathan Baca caught up with a D.C. staffer who was in the Capitol on January 6th to get her take on this big day. But we begin with Adam Longo, who is back at the courthouse tonight with a look at what's happening now. Ads?
Hi, Leslie. Good evening. So, yes, the former president was in and out of town very quickly. All of the security apparatus, very successful here, wrapped around the federal district courthouse. No incidents of note to speak of. All of this security fencing that's temporary, that's up around federal district court. We expect all of this to be gone tomorrow. Now it's time to answer the question of what comes next.
The former president's motorcade winding through our city and across the 14th Street Bridge back to Reagan National Airport. His relatively short initial court appearance here at D.C.'s Federal District Court, just the first move in what's expected to be an arduous and drawn-out Washington legal drama. Trump stood up before a U.S. magistrate judge, answering questions and entering a not guilty plea. Special counsel Jack Smith sat close behind, taking in the proceedings.
Lock him up!
While outside of the courthouse, critics and supporters of the former president let their voices be heard. Inside the courtroom, Trump's attorneys vocalizing that the volume of evidence and witness testimony would be a major impediment to having a speedy trial. Prosecutors now have 7 days to submit their request for a trial date, and Trump's attorneys will have 7 days after that to respond. As for the former president's actual appearance in the courtroom, our WUSA 9 January 6 court specialist and investigator Jordan Fisher says it played out like hundreds of other arraignments of January 6 defendants, except obviously for the scope of interest and the Secret Service officials filling the courtroom. And there was also the former president's demeanor.
He has a larger-than-life persona. He's braggadocious normally. He's loud. We didn't see that today in court. He was quiet. He was somber. He was, in many ways, what you see from many defendants making their initial appearance, which is that I think the gravity of the situation was sort of setting in. The charges he faces are very serious. They are all felonies.
And President Trump's legal team and prosecutors expected to be back here in federal district court on August 28th. That is the date that the judge is expected to select the trial date in this case. As for all of these pre-trial proceedings that we expect to happen in this case, the former president not required nor expected to attend any of them. We're live outside Federal District Court in D.C. tonight. Adam Longo, WUSA 9.
Yes, and we'll know soon whether this will be starting sooner or later.